Hey everybody, it's me again from Joe Pro Decor, and I've decided to do another video on another important subject on my day off. This product is regarding finishes for walls and ceilings. And this is to help you guys out there, you guys and girls out there, to decide what sort of finish you would like and what sort of finish you should be having on your surfaces in your home. So it's another question I ask when I go out and price a job, because it's important that the client, the customer, gets the correct finish. And it's always something that surprises the clients when I do go around to price a job, because a lot of clients are unaware of the varying different types of finishes that you have on surfaces in your home. And there's a reason why there is so many different variations of finishes. So we're going off the subject of woodwork. This is just for the sole purpose of walls and ceilings. So I'll start off with ceilings. Now this is a general rule with ceilings, and this doesn't really change. Now with a ceiling, it normally suffers with critical lighting, UV rays, sunshine coming through windows, etc. Now, with any type of shiny paint, it reflects a lot more light and therefore shows a lot of the imperfections on surfaces. Now, it's very rare that a wall or a ceiling is perfect. With all the good intentions of plasterers, it's very rare that you get a perfect job. So in particular, a ceiling will show up imperfections a lot more easily. Sorry, you'll have to excuse the cat behind me. So what we do is, with ceilings, a general rule is use a paint that when dry will be completely flat. So in the trade or on the tin, this is called matte. A matte paint is a surface that when dry is not shiny at all. It's flat and even chalky in finish sometimes. So the chalkier the better on a ceiling. So a normal standard vinyl matte is an option for a ceiling. But if you want to even go one step further to hide them imperfections, we'll go for specialist paints like a McPherson's Eclipse or Tikkurila AR2. They're just two examples of paints that are designed and manufactured when dry to hide slight imperfections, so it looks nice and smooth, doesn't look bumpy and doesn't look imperfect. So they're the options for ceilings generally. So when choosing paints for walls, it's a bit more complicated than this. So when you're choosing a paint for a wall, it generally goes down to the room in which you're painting the walls. So if you're doing a bedroom, or you're doing a cupboard, or you're doing a study, for example, I would say a normal standard vinyl matte is sufficient. Now, a vinyl matte is designed with the minimal amount of protection. A vinyl matte is what it says on the tin. It has vinyl in the paint. The vinyl gives the paint, vinyl is a plastic polymer, so it's the binder in the paint that gives it a bit of durability. But the vinyl is what can potentially give it a bit of sheen. So vinyl matte is the lowest form of vinyl in a paint that has vinyl in it. So therefore it is classed as a matte paint because it's not classed as a shiny paint. This will do as a general paint, and for that reason it is on the lowest end price wise. So if you want something that is a bit more durable, for example, if you're doing a room that is a bathroom, toilet, a kid's playroom, then you're going to need something with a little bit more protection. A hall stairs and landing as well. So years gone by, you would go into your local DIY store and you would, for example, see a paint that says kitchen and bathroom paint. Now, kitchen and bathroom paint is basically the retail version of a trade soft sheen. And a soft sheen is, again, it is a vinyl based paint, but it has more vinyl in this paint. This gives it extra durability compared to a vinyl because it's got more vinyl in it, more plastic polymer, more protection, but this does make the paint a bit more shinier, so it has a soft sheen in effect. This type of paint is good for areas that have to deal with moisture, steam, grease, things like that. The paint is wipeable to a certain degree. If you want to go the next step up, with a vinyl, it means getting more shiny. So that we then go on to a vinyl silk, which is still wipeable, but you'll be able to wipe this paint down more often and for a longer period of time before you start seeing the wear and tear on the paint. The only problem with this paint, this is quite a big problem, is with vinyl silk it is very shiny. And what this does is it shows up all the imperfections on a surface. The shinier the paint gets, as I said at the beginning of this video, is it shows up more imperfections. So it will show up any slight deviations, any bellows, any divots. If you look at the wall, when the light comes in a room, it will show these off so much. Which is why these days people have gone off the vinyl silk route. So if you want to get a paint that is very durable, has the same sort of shinability or sheen level as a soft sheen, but is a lot more durable than soft sheen, then you're going down the route of an acrylic eggshell. So the acrylic is opposed to vinyl. So it's just a different type of plastic polymer that is in the paint, but it's a lot more hard wearing. It's also more expensive because it's harder to source as an ingredient in the paint. So it makes it more expensive. So acrylic eggshell is probably is the more expensive version of a soft sheen. So you're getting a similar finish, but you're getting a more durable, much more durable finish with acrylic eggshell. You can't go wrong with acrylic. It's a more premium material in the paint. Now going backwards and keeping on the lines of acrylic, over the last few years now, what's become very popular is a durable matte. So what you're getting with a durable matte, you're getting a matte finish like a vinyl matte, but you've got the durability of, say, an eggshell. So you're not getting the reflective element of vinyl matte. It's flat matte, but what you can do is you can scrub durable matte without taking the paint off. You can scrub it and scrub it and scrub it. Now all durable mattes tend to have the graded. They will have a scrub rating. So if, say, it might say on the tin 2000 scrub rating, it may say on the more premium vinyl mattes, they have a class 1 scrub rating, which is the equivalent of a 10,000 scrub rating, and so on. So you can get varying levels of scrubbability on a durable matte. The only issue with durable matte is it is still matte, therefore they don't tend to be as wipeable as an acrylic eggshell. And what I mean by that is it doesn't hold up to moisture as well, and it doesn't tend to be as stain resistant as acrylic eggshell or soft sheen. Now, it can get a bit complicated, this, and this is the sole purpose of doing this video. And you can rewind, you can go over. I'm sure that some of these bits will tend to get a bit complicated. You'll have to keep going back and keep going over the video and listening to what I'm saying. But now, where it gets confusing is some trade paints now on the market, even some retail paints, for example, Easy Care, Dulux Easy Care, Dulux Easy Care Kitchen, Dulux Easy Care Bathroom. And then the trade versions, which are Dulux Diamond Matte, Crown Clean Extreme, Ticarilla Optiva 5. Now these are durable mattes, but have better stain resistant qualities, a bit like an acrylic eggshell. Now these are a kind of in-between product. These products are correct what they say. They are more stain resistant, even though it is still classed as a durable matte. But these products aren't quite as matte and as flat as the original durable mattes. They have like a sheen, slight sheen to them, which is in between a durable matte and an acrylic eggshell, but they can still get away with marketing these products as a matte. In my opinion, it's not quite a full matte. Therefore, that's why you can get stains out of them a bit better than the standard durable matte. It's because they have got that slight bit of sheen in there. What I'm trying to say is the shinier you tend to go with paints, the easier it is to get a stain off. So for example, without going into too much detail, if you look under a microscope at a matte paint, it dries, and under a microscope it looks very bumpy. It might not look bumpy on the wall when it's dried and when you look at it with your eyes, but under a microscope it is very, very bumpy. Therefore, it doesn't reflect light. It absorbs the light, which makes it, because it's bumpy, which makes it look matte and not shiny. With a shiny paint, when it dries smooth. That is why it is shiny. With anything smooth, the stain or material that gets splashed or put on that surface doesn't get in between all the nooks and crannies and get caught. It can just be wiped clean because it is smooth, because it sits on top of the smooth surface. With matte paints, the stains get in between all these little divots and nooks and crannies, and it is therefore difficult to actually remove them with a cloth or whatever you choose to try and get these stains off. It's why sometimes you end up having to use something rough and with a texture so it can get in between all the microscopic surfaces. So I hope I've explained that well enough for you, and it helps you understand the difference between a shiny paint and a flat matte paint. And that's just general. I'm generalizing this because there is matte products out there and matte paints that do wipe clean better than others due to, improved techniques and improved materials on paints. But like I say, this is the general rule with paints. So yeah, a durable matte is great for a hall, stairs and landing, where it may get handprints up the walls by children, etc, etc. So you can actually wipe a durable matte, but it's not the best for stains so. It's not the best for like food stains or spilt drinks and things like that. You will get them out with a lot of scrubbing, but by scrubbing the paint, it does tend to sheen it up, and then you can tell the bits that have been cleaned, although you can get it out. With an eggshell that's shiny or has got a little bit of a sheen to it, it's the ease of being able to wipe these stains off, and they come off a lot easier, and it can be wiped and wiped and wiped over time. So then you've just got to basically make the decision on whether you want the sheen on the surface or whether you don't. If you've got a surface that is perfectly prepped, you've had a professional in and he's prepped that surface really well and it looks really smooth, then you're going to get away with an eggshell, because the reflective light isn't going to it's got nothing to show. The surface is smooth already and it's not going to be that bad. Whereas if you're applying this paint on yourself and your walls aren't brilliant because it's not been done to a professional standard, then you've got to think, do I really want to be putting a shiny paint on there? No, it's not the best idea, to be fair. So that's the difference between the durable matte, the acrylic eggshell, the soft sheen, and the vinyl matte. The only other product I can think of which I'll try and explain is for people that have moved into new builds. Now, when you move into a new build, their walls are always done in a contract matte. Now, contract matte hasn't got any vinyl in it. It's got little acrylic in it, if any. It's just a standard, it's like a base coat. And that basically is just sealing up your plaster and giving it a finished look. But contract matte is not a finished paint. There's no protection in contract matte at all. They basically just do all the new builds in contract matte, and they recommend that you don't actually redecorate and put your finish coats on for at least 12 months to allow for settlement, cracks and stuff like that, because it is basically going to have to be re-prepped, filled, etc, etc, a year to 2 years after you move into a new build house. So that's pretty much what a contract matte is. So don't expect to be able to wipe clean the surface or anything like that on a new build house, because it will just rub the paint off basically. So we've been through vinyl matte, soft sheen, vinyl silk, durable matte, and acrylic eggshell. So that's pretty much the full range of emulsions that you can have on the interior of your home. So I hope this video's helped. I hope it's give you some insight into what sort of finishes you should be having, or what you need to think about having, and why you want them finishes on there. If you've got any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Put it in the comments. If this video's been helpful to you, please like. It's very important that you like this video. It will move the video up the queue in the search engine. And please subscribe. It's important that you subscribe to this channel and click that little bell down there, because that is going to enable you to receive notifications every time I put a new video up, everybody. So please, everybody, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the near future with another video, hopefully, which will help you. Take care, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye.